Yeah. Yeah, good to go. Fine. Right. So the whole purpose of this session is to make you understand you can trade any security. That is the first point. You can trade all indices, like whether it's S&P 500 like SPY, your Dow Jones or whatever ETFs or derivatives, whatever you have, you can trade. But the first and foremost thing, what you require is the status of the stock. That is very, very important. If you don't see the situation of the stock, it's difficult to plan a trade. It all depends whether you're an aggressive trader or a normal trader or a conservative trader. It doesn't matter. What matters is the state of the stock. Please try to check that first. Don't get into a security where you do not have idea of that particular stock. You need to study that stock first. Check the chart. Many a times I'd been showing that particular chart on investing.com. I'd been repeating for so many people because they were asking the status of the stock. So I was trying to, what do you call, show that particular stock to them so that they can understand how to read the chart and how to understand the chart. All these things we were trying to do for them. But of late, you need to get the picture right yourself. To get that right, I'm telling you to manage your trade. And most of you are doing cash, I understand, especially short selling. Short selling on a open trade is always a trade to do. You can just see the reactions of a lot of people who have traded Tesla recently. Many institutions, many HNIs, they lost money like mad, right? But if somebody had really did in options, I don't say that they have made completely profits in options, but if they had planned the trade carefully and correctly, they had been on the winning side. And most of the retailers, Praveen, you're not able to get the voice. Others are able to get the voice. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we can hear you.
It's breaking a lot.
Not? Yeah.
It's breaking.
So let me see if I can put my.
No, you keep going.
I think it'll also help if rest of us can mute. I think it'll be really helpful. Lot of noise.
Yeah. Is it right now?
Yes, keep going.
Yeah, it's good, but everyone else, please mute. We hear a lot of background noise.
I see only got
If the host can actually go ahead and mute everybody, I think that would be helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is there an option to mute everyone?
I'm trying to see that. Praveen is not around. I'm trying to see. Audio.
No, what you do is, as a host, you just go to the Zoom participants list and hit mute all. Not this one. If you just don't need to go to settings, if you just go to Zoom participant.
There's a mute all.
Yeah, there's a mute all button. Not this one. If you close this window and just go to the Zoom participants list.
Yeah.
You see the participants there, like in the bottom. Bottom there, you see five tabs, like select on the participants.
Right. Mute participants. Right. Mute participants upon entry. All participants to
not
unmute
that
themselves.
one. Mute audio. Mute audio. You click on the participant, you should see an option called mute audio, where you see the share content, like in all those buttons.
Yeah, done. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, you get my voice now? You can chat. I think you have only facility to chat. Great, great. So the recording is on. Fine. So options is one area where you need to have a clear understanding about what sort of activity you can do. Now, everybody, please tell me, have you traded in options? Yes or no? Venkat says no. Murli says yes. No. Sridhar, no. Little bit. Yes. Yes. No. No. Yes. No. Great. No. 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 Yes. Yes. Okay. Few more. Few more. Few more. Few more. No. 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 Yeah. Great. So I think we have enough answers here. That's great. So options, first thing, yes, some people are saying it's risky. Definitely it's risky. But if you are going all out and shorting a security, it can go anywhere. At least here, when you're trying to trade in options, the risk is limited. The risk is limited, especially when you buy options, right? Now, first, before going into some basics of options, let me try to show you how does an option picture look like. Now, this is the trading terminal, which is Fidelity. Now, go to News and Research here, then click on the options. You'll get the data regarding options, right? Now, here, let's say SPY, right? Select SPY. Now, go down. You can see the options here. You can see the options here, right? Now, if you could see, these are options are like what you call contracts. They are contracts. Like when you buy a property, when you buy your car, any sort of asset, you try to make a booking initially. Like for example, if you're buying a property, let's say it's about $10,000, just ad hoc case, $10,000. So what you do, you don't pay $10,000 outgo, but you just say, fine, I pay $1,000 first and then make an agreement. After that, you go for a loan or something and then make another agreement for the loan and then move forward. You take the occupation of the property, right? Here also, in the place of property, an asset, we have a security. All securities are assets. Securities are assets, right? Whether it is VTIQ, whether it is SPY, or whether it is Tesla, whatever it is, those are assets. So you are building some derivatives from these assets. You are building some derivatives from assets. For example, milk is an, let us say an asset, is an item, right? Curd is what? It's derivative. It is derived from milk, right? Same way, if SPY is the asset, right? SPY is the asset, okay? SPY options are derivatives, okay? Don't mind my spelling. SPY options are derivatives. So what you're seeing on the screen here is SPY derivatives. Now, if you see the SPY's security ETF price, 304, that's the price of this particular ETF, right? But if you go to option chain here, this is called the whole option chain, right? I'll just put it here, option chain. So these derivatives, one of the derivative of that, see, from milk, you can make curd, you can make ghee, whatever, right? What is that? Butter, whatever you call. You can make so many derivatives, right? So here, similarly, from SPY, you are taking a couple of options here. So these are one of the derivatives. So I'm sticking my discussion only to options. Is that right? Fine. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Yes. Okay. So SPY options. So how does the SPY option look like? So these are the options. This table is called an option chain. Option chain. So option chain is important. Important. If you remember well, in one of my posts in the group, okay, those who are in the BS Stocks and Investments group, I said I am bearish on VTIQ when it was around 25, 27, because it has broken that level, it will go down. Maximum it can go when it retraces back 30 USD. And from the day, okay, you can refer into the group once again, you can go back to the messages. I said it's capped. VTIQ is capped at 30. Capped in the sense it has a limitation that it cannot go beyond 30. How do I know? Because the derivative data, which are short-term positions taken by traders, indicate they have bet on this particular security up to 30 USD. So that were the contracts for a period of around 15 days. So for the next 15 days, it was what you call capped at $30. And you could see in the last 15 days, it could not maintain about 30. The reason is the traders have locked the level to 30 because they view that VTIQ has a maximum capacity of 30, whether it is fundamental, whether it is technical, doesn't matter. And please remember, the derivative traders are smart traders. They are drivers of the market. Please note, derivative traders are smart traders. They are drivers of the market. It depends on the contract you enter, right? That is, some people take, for example, if you're buying a property, you take 3 months time, you make 2 months time, you may take 1 month time, right? All this happens. I'm going to give you one link which talks about Indian stock. Doesn't matter because I prepared that for India. That doesn't matter, but I'll share it with you because that link will talk about how the derivatives can be useful. Okay, so that link will help you about derivative. This is one link. I'll just forward, right? I'll forward it into the group and also keep it in this particular thing. Just go through that. That will tell you the variations and some insight about the valuation of the security and the what do you call, some understanding about different asset prices or different segments keep their asset prices different. Okay, I'll just give the link in this particular group also in the chat. I think I can just share it with you. Okay, I'll just share it with you in this particular chat so that I don't know, everyone can just download it or copy it. I'll get to that $30. I'll get to that $30, right? This is a link. You can just download it or just play it later once the session is completed, right? And just stay with me for till the end of the thing because these are the topics you'll not be able to understand if you're not till end of the session. Now, I'm going to the option chain back, right? Now I'll just take a couple of minutes on the option chain. So option chain consists about the options of the security you have selected. So the security I've selected is SPY. So that SPY options are in front of you on the screen, right? So this option chain will have what? Will have two type of securities. One is the call options, other one is the put options, right? So you'll have SPY calls, you'll have SPY puts, okay? So when you're having, for example, again, I'm going back to the contract, what you've made with the, your property guy. when you're entering into contract with the property guy, the builder, you are the buyer, he is the seller, right? Sometimes the positions might change. The seller and buyer, there can be variations, right? For example, second sale, you may be selling to somebody else. You bought the property from the builder, later you are selling it to somebody. So you become the seller and the other fellow becomes the buyer, right? So that's how the call options and put options are there, right? So I'll just put it here. So option chain has what? Call options and put options, right? So if you take any security, SPY options. So you have call options, you have put options. Now what will you have? Expirations. So these are contracts. These are contracts. So these contracts, the agreements, we call them agreements. So these contracts are what? I'll come to that, Praveen. Yeah. These contracts are what? You are entering into agreement to enter with somebody else on SPY ETFs to take delivery at a later date. That expiration, you set it here. Now, again, I go back to the, what do you call, expiration. You could see June 1st expiration. Okay. Now, when you open the option chain on, let me check the date, 1st June becomes Monday. Then 2nd June, you open this option chain again. Okay, this is a homework for you. What are you going to do? On 2nd June, this is a homework. 2nd June, please open option chain of SPY. Okay, you will not find option contracts of what? Of SPY expiring 1st June contracts or agreements. So what you'll see in this particular table, what you see in this particular table is this whole table will vanish, will not be visible. Again, June 3rd contracts will be visible, right? Because when you're talking about entering into contract for SPY with a time frame of up to June 1st, so all these contracts belong to SPY which are expiring or who has got an obligation to be fulfilled by 1st of June at any cost, right? If you don't fulfill, the exchange will take care of settling your trade or your account. Okay, it all looks maybe Greek and Latin or something like you. Is it looking like Greek and Latin to you? Yes or no? Is it making sense? Yes for now? Bit? Yes? Kind of? Yes? Yes? Great. Yeah, I got enough answers. Right. So the option chain is having the call options of SPY, the put options of SPY. Now, these are the asset prices at which you want to fix your contract. These are called the strikes, right? So what are strikes, right? Strikes are the price at which you wish to enter into the contract of the security. In this case, the security is SPY, right? In case this security is SPY, right? So this is the strike. This is the strike. Okay. So you have a 300 strike, you have a 301 strike, you have a 302 strike like this. So you are having strike price, various strike prices you can select, right? Now I'll tell you tomorrow. Okay. That's tomorrow in the sense Monday, the next working day. Just observe. Okay. You can just note down on a piece of paper now. On Monday morning or Monday, at least till afternoon, right? Mark my words, at least till afternoon or by end of June 1st. Monday is June 1st. Let me see. Yes, June 1st. Monday is June 1st. Monday, June 1st. SPY should maintain between 302, that is S&P 500 should be 3020, right? SPY ETF should move between 302 and 307, right? I'm just letting out you the secret. I'm supposed to explain this thing in my program, which I've announced, right? This I was supposed to explain only in the program, not in the program, but I'm giving you that now, right? Observe this. SPY ETF Trust, okay, SPDR, SPY ETF Trust on 1st of June will move between 302 and 307, right? The worst scenario, SPY will move to 309 on the upper side and 300 on the lower side, right? 300 on the lower side. Okay, so let me take some more data so that I get a clear picture. Now, if I want to know more things, what will I do? What from, let us say I want from 280 to 310. These are the strikes. I want the range, that's the custom range set. Okay, apply. I'm putting you on totally the live option chain. Okay, not explaining on the PPT. Now you can see this, the whole data. Now, how do I do first? First, go to the, okay, I'll just make the screen a little small because I want more data to come in here. Okay, I have to do this. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it because I want more data. I'll try to make it as visible as possible. Is this visible as of now? You need to little, what do you call, be little specific when you're watching this so that, yes or no? Are you able to see it? You are able to see it? Visible? Some more? Visible? Yeah, just bear with me for this sheet because I have no other way, because I need to show all the data, right? Great. So now this is the option chain of SPY. Now go on the call side. You can see these are the strikes in the center. These are the call options on the left. These are the put options on the right, right? First step, we'll go step by step. Call options study. Call option study, right? Call option study. Okay. Now go to this, what do you call, OI. OI is the open interest. Okay. Open interest is the amount of contracts people are holding on SPY, right? Contracts in the sense people are having some positions. Like you people might be having, I think out of the total group in the BS stocks investment, I think about, if I'm not wrong, around 15-20 people were trading on VTIQ, right? So all the people who are having VTIQ, let's say each person is having 1 unit. That means about 15 contracts are there in VTIQ. Okay, I'm making simplified. There are a little more details on that, but just understand open interest talks about the number of contracts people are having, right? So now what am I going to do? Okay, yeah, buy to open, all this thing is there. Yeah, I'll come to that. Okay, now go to open interest, right? Just keep scanning the open interest here. Just tell me the one which is having highest open interest, highest number, highest figure. Go. Here, right? 307, right? Just lock it. 307. Just lock it. Just go. Again, next you have 310, right? Lock it. So the first level is 307. There is very rare case that SPY will cross 307 on 1st June. Very rare case, right? So I lock my level for 1st June as 307 because people are betting on this security with a view that it will go to 307 by 1st of June, right? If 1st of June it crosses 307, which is a very rare case, it will go to 310. Okay, that means right now it's 304, so it can go up to 307. Rare cases, it will cross 307, right? Very rare cases, maybe 10% or maybe 20% max. 70 to 80% of the time, it will touch 307. Okay, and the next level it will touch is around 310 on the upper side. Right now it's on 304, right? So you should expect around 307, max is 310 locked, right? I'm not gone the data beyond this, but this is much better for us to understand the higher cap level, right? Now I'm coming to the put section. Just first, see, understanding the options in detail is not very easy, but at least I'm making it simplified for you. Now study, it's not steady, it is 30, sorry. Yeah, now I'm studying the put options, okay? Now again, I'm going to the top, right? On the put side, go to the open interest here, right? Now go down, 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 15,000, 15,890, highest figure. Go, 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 go. 35,000, right? 35,566. Very good. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. 55,000, right? 55,000, right? After that, you could see. So these are the highest number of contracts people are having, right? So the first probability and the maximum probability, highest probability or the lowest probability for SPY is 302 on 1st of June. Okay. Again, below 302, 20% of the time, you can expect it will go below 302 and maximum it will go to 297, right? 297. So the chances are it should move on a broad, now the broader range is fixed because beyond this, if you could see the volumes are, the open interest is not so great, right? Not so great. So what I'm going to do is now I'll put the broader range for SPY right now, right? 297, the lowest possible on Monday. Okay. Then the next thing is 302, right? The next thing is on the higher side, 307 and 310. Okay. Got it. Now my levels are fixed. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. Good. Right. Don't worry. Right. Got it. So these are the levels what you are expecting on Monday morning. Right. This are high chances even any announcements come, it should maintain this level. Yes, if there is a very, very untoward incident or something really alarming, then it's a different case altogether. But on a normal day, this is where the SPY should move around on Monday morning, on Monday, right? This will work up to Monday afternoon, okay? The maximum scenario is Monday evening till market close, right? So these things will help you to say that, you know, this is how SPY can perform. So you are getting some clue of what is the range of SPY, right? And this will guide you of how things can move. Don't worry, even if it moves, what you call $1 or $2 up and down, doesn't matter, but you are having a base. You are having a base, right? All this is, I'm telling you from an education purpose. Don't tell me you have taken a position on Monday and then got it, because as I see, there are totally almost everybody are not into options, right? You need to have some skill of entering and exit, because there are so many algos which are working, which will not allow you to exit certain times. But if you're having a skill experience, you know how to enter and exit. Your view might go right, but you may not be able to trade right, right? So this is how the SPY range can happen, right? Based on this, I was telling that, you know, VTIQ can go max capped up to 30, and it did not cross 30. That's how it happened. Now, I have not studied after, from last 15 days, I have not studied the situation in VTIQ further. I have not studied further, right? I was just carrying that view that it will not cross 30. The day it crosses 30, maybe I'll recheck again and check out what are the levels, right? So this is how, even if you could see the contract of June 3rd, the same 297 is having a highest open interest, right? Highest open interest, right? On the put side, and on the call side, 310. On the call side, 310, right? If you could see the open interest here on the upper side. So 310 to 97, 297 is also locked. So, and you could see there is a double confirmation that, 297, 310 will be the wide range. So if you take SP5, what do you call S&P 500, the range for Monday should be 2970, 30, 70 to 3010, right? Here, if you take this 2970 on the lowest side, 302 in the mid, 307 on the right side, and the maximum is on the 310 side. This is the range between which Monday. Now, if I have this view, my understanding of how to trade on Monday will be clear. And even if there are some announcements, I don't matter much unless and until there is elections or there is something great announcement by Fed or by Mr. Trump, unless until that situation, because Mr. Trump keeps announcing every day, that's fine. That will only create volatility, but it will not set the direction. It will not set the market, right? It will not set the market trend. It will only set volatility. That's it. Don't worry about Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump's view only provides you the volatility. It will not create the trend. The trend will be created only if there is some major announcement and the market really changes its direction and crosses beyond 3010 or on the SPY ETF 310, right? Unless and until that happens, you can be rest assured that these levels generally work. Okay. In spite of so many announcements on VTIQ, every day there was something was happening. I was sticking to that 30, and that 30 was maintained, right? This is how you need to do it, right? Okay, great. Okay, is it making sense now about how to identify your levels for a security? Yeah, it's 1/10. ETFs are generally that way. ETF will not be for the full price. It will generally be 1/10. Is it making sense? Are you able to understand the range of a particular security now? How to understand the range of a particular security on a given day? Yes, I want more. I want more. You have a doubt, tell me now. You have a doubt, tell me now. Options, you can't move without knowing or without understanding anything. You have to understand each and every aspect of it. Then only it will be useful. Yes, Prakash, what is the doubt? Prakash, let me know your doubt. Yeah, I'm giving you the recording. I have recorded this session. I'll forward this recording to you. I'll put it to you. You can definitely listen to that. You can just check for, if your perspective is short term, you can just check 1 or 2 contracts, 1 or 2 expirations. Yeah, you can't talk. I've just muted it. You can, you want me to unmute it? Can you unmute for him? Yeah, okay. Right. Where do I go? Unmute on. Okay. Yes.
Hi, Vinod.
Yeah.
So you mentioned like, okay, there are certain open interest for option long and put calls and put basically. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So how can we decide in terms of hedging? Because there will be a lot of hedgers in the market, right? Where they hold both positions and they are spread across different levels.
Yes.
So then it cannot be, we cannot exactly determine those open interest into exact levels, right?
That's why whoever are doing hedging, they will do hedging huge volumes. Option trading is not done in small quantity. You can do one thing, just do one small assignment for tomorrow or maybe today itself. What you do is you just take the total turnover today in the stock market. Okay, total turnover today. And what you need to do is total turnover in derivatives. Let's do this. Don't mind my spelling, please. Total turnover of market. Okay, total turnover of market and total turnover of derivatives. Okay, you will see that derivative volume is huge. It will almost constitute to 60 to 80% of the volume every day, of the turnover every day. I would say turnover every day, right? And hedge funds in the short term, the major people who are involved in the market are hedge funds.
Right.
Hedge funds know how to hedge, and they come out with huge volumes, and they come out with the right level. They know what is the level with respect to the period they are looking at. The period they are looking at, right? In India, what I do is every day I give some levels to my people. That's you have a SPY there. We have Nifty and Bank Nifty here. Nifty is the index, NSE 50, and Bank Nifty is the bank sector index, right? So I make a note of all these levels, and I tell them today the chances are this will not go below this. And most of the times, 7 to 8 times out of 10, they work.
Okay.
They work.
Okay.
Right. This is how it happens. So every day when you do the homework, when you go to the market, that's what I'm saying is you stick to a couple of stocks. Don't worry, there's a news in that, there's a news in this. Good. You know that tomorrow there is going to be an announcement in some security. First, I don't want the news. I don't know anything about VTIQ. Whatever Mr. Mahinder says, I just follow. But I stick to my range because the derivative data tells me everything, because news is an expectation. Derivatives is a reality because they have deployed money there. That means they have interpreted the information before you. They have interpreted the information before you. They have set the range for themselves, for the market, for the security. They have done it. So that will be more decisive than the interpretation of the news and expectations of the news. But you and I are not for long term, right? You're not for 1 year, you're not for 5 years, you're not for 10 years. Even if you're for 10 years, what's wrong in finding a better level to enter today?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Why I asked this question is, initially when I started option trading, right? So I used to follow this open interest, but I used to take naked positions. Okay.
Fine. Great.
But I almost ended up in losses whenever I entered naked positions. So that's why now I am taking covered calls. So now at least I am secure to some extent. So that's why I had this doubt.
Yes, but because when you're taking the naked positions, there are certain things which is called like time value. So you need to look at, do not take nearby strikes. You should take, now, for example, given the chance, okay, this is not a recommendation to buy, right? Given the time, given the chance, when tomorrow SPY goes to 297, sorry, what is that? What was the level here? Let me check this. 302, okay. Given the chance at 302, tomorrow when SPY goes to 302 in the morning when the market opens, in the first 10 minutes, right? Please mark it. First 10 minutes, if SPY goes to 302, I'll buy 307 or 310 call. This is not a recommendation, you can observe. 302 in the morning, first 10 minutes. Mark my words, in the first 10 minutes, if SPY goes to 302, I'll be thinking of buying 307, 310 of June 1st contract. First contract. Okay. Actually, I'm not carrying some proofs, some evidences of our suggestions and our suggestions and other things. What we have given for our clients, like some HNI clients and some of my students. But at least I can share one of the screenshot of one of the trade recently happened. Okay. Just see this profitability here. Can I zoom it here? Can you see this profitability? Just see what is our profit here. This is in rupees, not in dollars.
Okay, still it is unclear to me.
Yeah, I can't zoom more. Let me see if I
Yeah,
can
profit
zoom
is
better.
30K. That's what they are mentioning.
Yeah, now you should be able to see this.
No, it's okay, Vinod.
So it's
basically,
around,
like, I need to
it's a
understand
one day
open
profit.
interest.
Yeah, it's 30,000 is the risk he has done. The profit is 4,38,000.
Hmm.
This happened on last Thursday. There's a date out also here, fine. So
Yeah.
now what is the thing is, you are investing 30,000, you're getting 4 lakhs, almost 10 times in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah.
this one day profit. The point is, if you know, doesn't mean that we will be able to get the trade right, but I don't say that, you know, every trade which he's doing with a 30,000 investment every time is getting 4 lakhs. Even if you get 50% of the time in such a situation, 5 trades you lost 1.5 lakhs. I'm talking about rupees. Okay, now in one trade you made 4 lakhs, right? That means you're making 3 times of the risk you have taken. So this required some sort of experience and some sort of understanding. So this guy was in the November mentorship. Okay, so he was there with me in the November mentorship, right? Fine. So the point is, you need to know this in the right spirit. Then you know where to enter, where to exit, and how to exit timely. This is what you should know, right? Okay. Let me now ask people. Fine. What are your doubts you are having now? Please explain about covered calls, naked call, naked position. Naked position is just you're taking a direct. You're just, instead of buying SPY, you're just buying SPY call, right? As I told you, if tomorrow when market opens at 302, okay, I would be buying 307 call. So I'm taking a naked position, open position. I'm just opening a contract at 307 because the meaning of this is that all options, okay, I'm not going by definition, premium in layman terms, price, okay, rises with rise in the security price. So there are two things here, the security price and the securities call option price. That is the premium. Security price, securities call option price, and premium. Okay, so if this is, let us say 300, and I'm talking about let us say 304 call, which is, let's say, at about $1, right? Now the security has gone to, let's say, 304. This one can go up to 2. It can also go up to 3. I'm just taking a simple case, depending on the, what do you call, the, okay, it's taking the date for 2, or what have you done? You just invested 1 rupee, you got 1 rupee to 2 rupees profit. Here you are investing 300 rupees, you are getting 4 rupees profit, right? So you're investing 1 rupee, you're getting 2 to 1 rupee profit. Here you're investing 300 rupees, you're getting 3 rupees, 4 rupees profit. That's the difference. And here in your case, this is 300 rupees risk. It can go to 0. So generally SPY can't go to 0. I'm just telling about a security. Some securities, like you have seen, there are certain securities which have gone like mad down in the recent past, right? So from 300, it can go to $1, $2, $5, God knows. But index cannot go like that, but I'm just telling you the case. But in this case, the risk is capped at 1 rupee, $1. It will not go beyond that. So your risk is defined. So what is that? Call option premium. Risk is defined. Now, how did this guy say that, you know, my risk was 30,000? How did he come to know that? Because he has invested on the premium of that particular security 30,000 rupees. So his risk is defined there. He said risk 30K in the morning, that is 30,000 in the morning. That means morning he has invested 30,000 and the risk was 30,000. It cannot go beyond that. It cannot go beyond that. That means even if the security goes to 0, his risk is only 30,000. Right? So that's how the premiums are. So call option premium risk is defined. Okay, so when you're buying call option, so we say we are going long on calls. Okay, now you got it. Call option premium rises with the call with the security price. Is that clear to everybody? Is that clear to everybody? Call option premium rises with the rising security price. Okay, so what you do is, for those people who are having doubt, what I suggest is Monday on 1st June, what you do is take your terminal, okay, take your terminal. You know what is a watch list or securities list, what you put on the screen, put here SPY, okay. Then you have current price, that is the last traded price. You have a bid price, you have a ask, right? All these things are there, right? Volume, all those things are there on your watch list, right? Then 2, you put SPY 300 June 1st. So let us say this is around 300, this is around 1. Okay, keep observing the relation between these two. What is happening when this is going down? What is happening to this premium? When this is going up, what's happening to this premium? Verify, check it out. You'll get it. Whatever I'm saying here, call option premium risk is defined. Okay, and if this suddenly goes to, let's say 200, it suddenly goes to 200, what will happen to this? Max, it goes to 0. Suppose you have got 1 unit of SPY at 300, it went to 200, your risk is, your loss is about $100. Whereas here, the loss is only $1. The loss is only $1, not more than that. Okay, please observe this on 1st June. Luckily, 1st June is the expiry, so that you know on the same day, you know the picture right. You'll not have any confusion at all. Okay. You just have to trade like a security. You just, what you do is just put this on, let me go to the thing here, right? Now I want to trade this 300 call, right? Where is this? Now, since I've completed the explanation there, I'll just put the normal range. Yeah, got it. So let's say I want to trade 304 call. What I do, take the action here. Okay, here, this is the call side, right? 304. Buy token. Just buy token. Just click on this. Got it? Okay. You will get all this clarity of what you should do, what you should do with this. SPY, calls, puts, all these things, what you should do, you will come to know. You just place the order. You know how to place the order, right? You can just directly place the order, right? So again, I'm going to the option chain. Yeah. Okay, just type it out here, whatever security you want. For example, let's say VTIQ, you want to check the VTIQ, just type it out here, right? 2870, okay. June 5th is the next contract what we have. I think June 1st is almost, where is June 1st? June 1st is not there. So June 5th contracts are there, right? So now in this particular case, what will happen is you can observe what will happen here. Let us see various strikes. Let me take some more strikes. So I want to take from 20 and end up to 30. Now, what is the first step when you do this study? Yeah. Depends. What is the weekly options? Every security, what is the method? SPY, maybe you have what you call weekly options, quarterly options, monthly options, like that. Different expirations will be there. Fine. Now you can see this. Go to the call options, right? See the open interest on the, what is the highest open interest? 28 here, the first one. Then go down. Then you can see 30 here, the highest open interest, right? Next is 604, right? So 30 is the highest level what you should expect. Okay. Rare case, it can cross 30 and go to 35. Go to 35. Right? If it crosses 30 and settles down, the first target will be 31, and the second target will be 32. Then finally it should go towards 33 and then finally to 35. Now, as of now, in the given data, as per the given data, the highest level maximum in a worst scenario or in the best scenario should touch 35 as per the given data. I have not checked the 40 call, right? Above for 35 also the call options will be there. So you should take a decent range of these options, of the strikes. Then you'll get a better picture of all these options, right? Now again, on the bottom side, you can see 25. On the put side, 25. So it's capped somewhere at 25 for Monday on the bottom side, right? So you could see the highest open interest. So it's locked at 25. So Monday, there should be a move between 25 and 30, right? Just keep a note of this and verify. Unless and until there's something alarming happening on Monday, it will not cross 30 on the upper side and it will not cross. So my range is fixed here. My ranges, let me see the lower levels. Yeah, 25, and the next highest open interest is around 20, right? In between there is a 22. So I have the range for V2AQ 30, 25, 22 and 20. Okay, this is the best range expected on Monday. Okay, 30 or 35, let me check that. Yeah, 30, 30, this is 30 and next is 35. Okay. So I'll put it this way, 35, 30, 25. So my range is fixed. So Monday, what I'll do at 20, at 30, if it touches 30, I would like to check once and then go for 25 put. If it opens down at 25, I'll check once and try to buy 30 call. Okay, this is not, again I'm saying this is not a recommendation to buy. This is only a suggestion for you to check. You can observe first. Okay, so if it opens around 25, I should expect it to bounce. If it opens at 30, I should expect it will cool down. Okay, if it really settles above 30, the next possible level is 35, because I think there's some announcement on VTIQ, which I think a lot of discussions were there in the group. So the possibility is if really it crosses 30 because of the announcement, maybe the next level you should look at is around 35 on that particular day. Okay. I don't decide I should go for a call or I put. As I told you, if it opens at 25, if it opens at 25, as I told you, I will look at, okay, if I opens at 25, I would look at buying 30 call. And if it opens at 30, I would look at buying 25 put. Okay, so I'll just end up saying this once. One second. Just stay on. I'll just have to complete something. Yeah, put options. Premium or price. Prices with fall in security price. Got it? Now, when you're doing this observation, now that I gave some hint on put, what you do is, the third thing what you should keep on the screen is June 1st put. Okay. Let's say this is also at 1 rupee. Observe. So you're observing. I'll just put all these things in red so that you keep this for observation. Put this on your watch list. Put this on your watch list. Okay, fine. Venu, I'll just give you 1 minute time. Just give me one minute time. There are a lot of things people were asking. We have announced this mentorship program. first point. What we are going to cover, there are a lot of people asking about what is all this and can you try to give us some details. This is a comprehensive program. In this, we are going to cover the technicals part, that is understanding the chart. Okay, this is all understanding the chart. People were asking how to see the chart, how to read the chart, how to read the levels. All these things will be clear here in technicals, right? 2, options. Okay, what are options? How to see, understanding open interest, a bigger extent I try to explain to you right now, right? And there are certain things which need to be explained further, but that I'll definitely do in the program. So what is the risk? What is the reward? Okay, and how to plan a trade, different things about options. I'll be telling you that, because generally options, if you trade on the expiry day, it will be better. The risk is lower and the reward is higher, right? You can see my video on Bajaj Finance on my YouTube channel. You can check it, or I'll forward you later. That's not a problem. And how to create a trade plan, whether you're a short-term trader, long-term trader, or delivery trader, doesn't matter. But first thing important, you have to trade right. Then only your success, otherwise no. So if you want to trade right, you need to understand, is it a sideways stock? Then how to trade? Lot of times I was saying, play in this range, play in this range. Why? Because it is a sideways stock. Play in this particular range. You can keep trading in this particular range. Or I would have been giving certain ranges of the prices. It should trade between these levels, please trade. Why? Because the maximum range it can work in that scenario I was giving, especially for a stock like security like Beyond Meat. From almost 140, I was giving the bottom around 120 or so. And you could see somewhere in that range, it was trading for quite some time. So sideways stock or a trending stock, okay? A trending stock. Trending stock, I think I was giving an example of RCL, Royal Caribbean. I hope you have seen that video. If you have not seen, please go and check the Royal Caribbean Cruises video, what I've given in the group. I think Praveen has forwarded to all of you. That RCL video you'd see, you'll get the understanding. That was a trending stock. The suggestions what I've given on RCL was a trending stock. From there, from 43, it went almost to 55, which is around 12 bucks. 12 bucks on 43 is how much? Around 20-30% growth in a span of few days, because it was getting into trending mode there, right? So how to trade a trending stock? There I did not give the range. If you please, when I'm giving a suggestion or idea, please see what I'm trying to give. When I'm giving the range, that means it's a sideways stock. When I'm giving that above this, it is positive. Above this, it is positive. That means it is a trending stock. Even if you see in the case of SPY, I said, if it has to go up further, it has to cross 2835. 2835, remember till date. You can go and check 2835. I'll just tell you that. Okay, that is S&P 500. I said 2835, about 283, 2835, it's positive. Just read that. That means it's going to go to trending mode. It went almost to 2940. You can check it out. Check the message what I've given, right? So you need to know whether it is a trending stock or a sideways stock, right? So based on your perspective, you can trade such a security, because a security either moves sideways or it moves up, or trending need not always be upside. It can be downside, right? Next is fundamentals. How to see a good stock. I think somebody was asking about, even in my previous webinar, I told very clearly you need to see the results, and I suggested macrotrends.net. You can check on that particular site about the fundamentals. And next day, one of the guy was talking about RCL performance. I said, I like this security. I like this security, and I sold. Eventually it will break this level. Please go and see my RCL video. You'll get to know that. Okay. Next, high growth stocks, key ratios to success. This will tell you that this stock is dependable. Okay. And this will tell you how to trade, okay, on that dependable stock. And this will tell you how to minimize your risk and maximize your profit. So I made this as a combination for all of you. Okay, and this is not going to be a small program. Initially we thought we'll do small program, but I said it will not make any sense to if I give what you call 1 teaspoon, and again I say take 1 more teaspoon, it may not make sense. So I said, let me give them a clear picture of almost 40 hours, 40 hours, okay? And each session 2 hours, because you can't digest more than 2 hours. That's my experience. I've been training people from last 12 years, 12 to 13 years now. I know that people can't grasp beyond 2 hours, that I know that, nor I have the energy to speak more than 2 hours, because the energy what I have now, after maybe another 40 minutes I lose, maybe I'll just it will not happen. Okay, right. So this program is starting on 5th June, and the timing, I think there's a lot of problem. You can, there are a lot of inputs coming through. Let me have some discussion on this. Tell me the comfortable timing you're looking at, because I need to rework on these things because there are some serious people who have been asking about time change. So just let us first vote on this, on the timing of the program. (8 a.m. to 10 a.m. was the proposed time. But they said, everyone was saying there's a problem there. 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. EST. 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 EST. Okay. 8 to 10 EST. Yeah, that is what I was suggesting here. I'll take, not necessary. If it is there, it's well and good. 7 to 9. Okay, 7 to 9. Okay. Okay. So any afternoon times, okay, okay. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay. How many are okay for the weekends? It's really good to have weekends also. How many are okay with the weekends? Okay, okay. I want another 10 answers. I'll go for weekend. Another 10 answers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry. One day I'll take up 4, 5, 6, 7. Another 4, 5. Weekend. Another 2. Another 2. One more weekend. Yeah, great. Okay, done. Right. So I'm going for a weekend session. Okay, weekend session. This is going to be 40 hours, right? And for you, I'm just going to give that view now. What is that? I'm going to give you, for this 40 hours, I'm going to give you what you call around 5 sessions, okay, of 1 hour each. Okay, this is the bonus. This is a bonus announcement I'm going to do. 1 hour each, live market. Okay, live market. 5 sessions, 1 hour each, live market. So that totally makes around 45 hours. Okay, 1 hour each, live market. This 5 sessions I'll discuss with you about 1 hour. Okay, what is the dates we are going to do that 1 hour, right? Okay, right. Friday, weekend sessions will be on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to be, because it's weekends, we can take up a little more around, because weekdays difficult to take more than 2 hours. So I'll take 3 hours. Okay, so 3 hours. So 3 hours will be how much? Around 13 days. 13 days I want. So in a week I have 2 weekends, right? 2 days in a weekend, right? 2-day weekend, right? Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday. That will make 6 hours, right? So 40 hours divided by 6 will give me how many weeks? Around 6 to 7 weeks, right? 6 to 7 weeks. So this will start in the let's say I'm going to announce this now. I'm going to finalize it right away. June. Right. So this will be on 20th Saturday. Yes, 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 yes. Breaks and all we'll discuss. That's not a problem. No, not necessarily. For people who are basic, I'll forward you certain things. You can go through that. However, these things also will, the webinars, I'm going to conduct another couple of webinars before the program starts. I'll take up all the basics, all that in that particular webinar. That will solve your issue. So this will start on 20th June. Okay? 20th June. Where is that? Right? If somebody wants to speak, I'll speak, but let me mute all. Current and new participant, mute all. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, mute all. Okay? So here, 20th June, you're going to start on 20th June. So 20th, 21st, 27, 28, 4, 5, 11, 12, okay? And 18, 19. So it's a 6 weeks, right? 6 weeks, okay? So we need basics before it starts, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. EST. Okay, so this will be weekends. So weekends will start the same way, right? What do you call EST? Yeah, EST will be 7 a.m. to, fine, that's okay with me. 7 a.m. to, we can start little late for you because it's weekend, right? 8 a.m. to 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11 a.m. One session will be 2 hours late, that I'll try to cover up in the live market. Yeah, 7 a.m. is too early. So 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Is that make sense? EST, 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 EST. Srinivas, please, please, please set for 8 a.m. please. Yes, yes, live sessions we can discuss. I have a lot of confirmations for 8. So Srinivas, please cooperate, please cooperate. Yes, recording will be there. Yes, recording will be there. Recording is there. Yeah, recording will be shared. Yes. Yes, 8 to 11, fix. Yeah. Okay. So summarizing, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. EST. Okay. Saturday and Sunday. Okay. 40 hours each session. 3 hours. Okay. Live market. Okay. Since one session will be confusing there, I can go to 5 to 7 hours. I'll adjust that 1 or 2 hours of theory into what you call practice or live market. That will adjust. Totally, I have committed 40 hours classroom. Sorry, one sec. Okay, 40 hours classroom. Okay, and 5 hours. We'll work on that because 40 hours makes an odd, because when I divide by 3 hours each session, it will be 39, right? So 39 sessions will be, 39 hours will be weekend sessions of each session 3 hours, and 1 hour I'll adjust in the live market. Okay, so that will take it up. Is it good to go? So I've given you 5 hours of live market extra than what I've committed. Okay, This is only for you, and I need everyone to go out and register for this program, because if I've got less numbers, I'm not going to do. I'm aiming at least 30 students. Okay, 30 students. So I hope you will not disappoint me, nor you will disappoint yourself by not joining this post-class support. I am there for 1 month with you. I'm also there almost every day. That doesn't matter. Very good. This is a very good question. Yeah, Sridhar. I like that question, because what I do here for you, all the people who have registered, let's say 30 students have registered, right? I'm going to make a separate group. It's going to be our mentorship group. We call this as mentorship group. This is what we do. If you see in my here, I'll just show it my student community here. So when I type out here mentorship, okay, just see here on my sheet. Can you see here how many groups are there? Advanced mentorship, November mentorship. Yeah, you can see December mentorship, February mentorship. Okay, right? You can see October mentorship, March mentorship. Why? Because this will help me that people are with me. People are with me always, and they can always reach me. Okay, always reach me anytime. So this group will be there separate. This will not be BS Stocks and Investment. This will be called as June US Mentorship Group. This group has to succeed. So I want this group to become successful. Okay, I'm not covering futures, because if you trade futures, the future will be in stake. So that's why I go with options. So for your kind information, I can just take you through this options. Okay, that's why I put options. Okay, first set options first. Okay, maybe in the advanced level programs and all, we can see that later. My point is not to give you all the knowledge of futures, everything. I want to give you the knowledge which can make you independent, which can make you dependable on yourself, which will make you to do right trades. I am not willing to make profits. I want right trades that will follow. Profits will follow. Profits will follow. I've shown you the profitability statement of my students, right? I can show you higher profit statements also. Doesn't matter. I can show you 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs profits. Everything I'll show you. That's not a problem. First thing is you have to come into profitability. That is the promise you have to do. Okay. And I told you very clearly, the early bird offer stays by 1st June. Okay. Since the time is very less, I am going to extend this for 5th June. 5th June max, because the announcement was not giving you time to enroll. So 5th June is the offer. That is 20k rupees. Okay, I put in rupees, so I want that. And beyond 5th June, if you register to enroll by paying that amount, it will be what is the price? I forgot the price. 24k. That's about 20% hike. Okay, and right now I couldn't make arrangements for dollar payments as of now, so I'm sorry. So what you need to do is you have to convert into rupees and send to these accounts. Okay, for this current situation, because this is my first transaction or with the US clients, because earlier I was getting directly from the students, because I have got US students also, but a few batches, 1 or 2 US students used to come, but that time they used to send me in rupees, so I didn't thought is a matter important to open a dollar account. So just excuse me for that, and maybe for a couple of sessions you have to bear with me. So you need to get me that registrations done to this account in rupees. Is that fair enough? Is it clear enough? Yes or no? Yeah. Address of the bank. Yes, I'll provide the address of the bank. Yes. I'll let you know that I will not confuse you. It should happen for me. I have that confidence that 30 students should happen. You can pay in 2 phases, but you'll not get the offer. And if you need to pay, you need to pay before 15th of June. You can pay partly now, you can pay partly by 15th June, but that becomes 2 phases, but that has to be, the offer will be, you'll miss the offer. You will have to pay 24K. Okay, is that clear? Right. Okay, now it's locked. Fine, great. I want 30 students from this to go ahead and do all the registrations, complete it by 5th of June. Okay, you want to do that, please do it, go ahead today itself. Sorry, halfway to the class, not possible. It's, I can't plan it properly. Great. Now, any doubts on any other topic, please? Any doubts, any other topic? So I'm going to share this document. I'm going to share this video to all of you. You can go through them and keep observing. As I told you, I want every one of you to observe what I've suggested. And I'm very strict about making you follow that. I'll just show you one of the this is one certificate. If you trade, okay, if you trade 60 days consecutively without making loss, this is to acknowledge you are part of the select community of successful traders in India by being net profitable over the last 60 trading sessions. Okay, equity and F&O. Congratulations on winning the Zerodha 60-day challenge, May 29. This is given to my student, Feroz Mohammed. Okay, got it? This is the latest, right? By Zerodha. Zerodha is like a broker, like what you have seen Fidelity, right? Fidelity or E-Trade, whatever you're trading, Robinhood, like that. In India, there's one of the brokerages called Zerodha. They conduct a 60-day challenge for trading. You can check your successful traders in India by being net profitable over the last 60 trading days. That means in the last 60 days, he's been overall in profit. Okay, this is the certificate, he has got it, right? This guy has followed or whatever has been provided to him sincerely, and he had been successful. Vinod sir, thanks for imparting technical analysis knowledge, which helped me in making successful trades and winning Zerodha 60-day challenge also. I credit my consistency. This is what I want, consistency. If you don't get consistency, you say, I got profit today, I lost everything tomorrow. That's not consistency. Out of 10 trades, you should at least win 7 or 8 trades. But in this case, it's entirely different. He's been profitable totally. Consistency to your excellent teaching and mentoring and mastering the subject extensively under your guidance. Did you see this? I've shown you the profit statement. I've shown you the guy who has sincerely been doing all these things sincerely and he's been successful. So I want this from every one of you. I request you to do this, okay? Yeah, sure. You're no more in that group, okay? Then will be, once you register, Murli, once you register, I'll be putting you into the another group as I told you. Okay, when we pay what we need to specify, you can just pay and then send me the screenshot. That should be suffice, right? Yes, this syllabus is taken from the CMT program. The topics, what I'm covering is from CMT. Okay, but fundamentals are not from CMT. CMT is only technical. I'm taking fundamental out from separately. Additionally, see, for example, let me talk about this. Yeah. Whatever syllabus I'm covering here is from CMT. Okay. This also from CMT. Okay, and this is not from CMT. This is additional. This is additional. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. Fine. Is there any doubts? Anything? Fine. Everything is fine. Okay, great. Okay, it was nice having this session. Congratulations for getting more information on options, and please do the work as suggested. It will help you a lot, and especially those who are joining the program, registering the program, you'll have more such good ideas. And I am not going to stop here. I'm going to conduct webinars in such a way in the next few weeks or few weekends, okay, to enrich you with all necessary knowledge to ensure our program is successful. Okay, I'll give you all the necessary inputs before you joining itself. Like today, I've come out of the way and gave you that topic which was a part of what do you call the program. That's free. I've not charge it, but since somebody has raised the query, I thought it will be easy for you to first adopt it so that you get more understanding about the market better. From now on, concentrate on the security, concentrate on the options, and see the movement. Okay, and you can do virtual trading. Don't get into serious trading first, because all these things require digestion of the concept well and execution. As one of the person told that, you know, I have some understanding, but I was not able to make money out of it. Okay, but I've shown you one statement where he has completely traded in options and he made a good profit. Yeah, and November mentorship guy is showing the profitability, and the amount of profit he has made by now in one trade is 4 lakhs. That means initially, even if you're making small losses or small profits, doesn't matter. But as you get the comfort and convenience, with 30,000, you are able to make 10 times of that. That requires complete application of what you learned, right? Great. Okay, so have a nice weekend. Thank you all for joining this session. Please go ahead and register for the program right away, and be ready for the next webinar. Thanks a lot. I'm also going to mail all these things to you, the Excel sheet, the program details, all those things. I'll change the modifications and forward it to you with regard to the program. Okay. Thank you. Please give your feedback. Did you like the program? Did you like this webinar? Yes or no? Yes or no? Sri, thank you. Srinivas, thank you. Thank you. Yes or no? Great. Thanks a lot. Have a nice weekend. Bye.